Welcome to Flashcards. My name is Vic and this is Data Science using Python Class 1 Part 3. In the previous video we have already seen how do we access the Jupyter notebook. I'll just quickly run you through it. All you need to do is go to Anaconda prompt and type in Jupyter space notebook. It will take you to the Jupyter notebook page. From there, all you need to do is click on new Python 3 based on the particular version you are having, and you'll be there on the Jupyter notebook page. To start with, you might be able to see untitled. Now you can rename it by clicking on File, Rename, or the simpler option is just click here and type whatever name you want to give it to. I will be giving it Python class 1, but I have already prepared a file for the same, so I'll just open that file. Let me close this. You will be able to find these files here. So Python class 1. Now I've already renamed it as Python class 1. To start with, in Jupyter, there is a concept of cell. These are the cells. Now each cell has 2 states and 3 modes. If I talk about the 2 states, first is the edit state and the select state. Now edit state is the state which we are currently in. We are able to type or do anything or edit this particular cell in any particular form. Whereas the select state can be easily understood. Say if now I press escape, you will be able to see this cell has turned from green to blue. This is the select state, wherein if you just click inside the cell, this turns green again. This is the edit state. Moving forward, how do we add a particular cell? Addition can be done above a particular cell or below a particular cell. If you want to add a particular cell, all we need to do is press escape A. If we need to add a cell below, we need to press escape B. With escape, we just mean that we are going to the select state. So basically, if I click here, we can also go to the select state. Now, if I want to add a cell above it, all I need to do is press A. If I want to add a cell below it, let me remove this cell. If I want to add a cell below it, I need to press escape B or just going to the select state and pressing B. For deleting a particular cell, we need to press escape DD. Why DD? Because at times there are chances you might be trying to delete a required cell, but you have selected the wrong cell. To avoid that mishap, Python has given us this option of double D instead of a single D. So if I want to delete this particular cell, all I need to do is press escape DD. Moving on, how do we execute a particular cell? We can execute a particular cell by pressing Control Enter or Shift Enter. There is a very small difference between Control Enter and Shift Enter. I'll just try and show you that particular difference. Say the complete thing which I have written in this particular cell is not a syntactically correct statement, so I'll get an error. So I'll first press Control Enter and show you. I'll get an error. But if I press Shift Enter, a new cell is created. So this is the only difference between Control Enter and Shift Enter. Yet if there is already a particular cell below the cell which we want to execute, it will just move to the next cell. Or if there is no cell below the particular cell, a new cell will be created. Moving forward, let us understand the next aspect of a particular cell, which is the modes. There are three modes of a particular cell: the raw and we convert mode, markdown mode, and the code mode. We can also see all these three modes by clicking on this particular drop down: code, markdown, raw, and we convert. Now, the raw and we convert is like a notepad. We can write flat text without any formats in the raw and we convert mode. The shortcut for that is escape R or going to the select state and pressing R. Let me show you. For example, if I press escape R for this particular cell and then try to execute this particular cell by pressing Control Enter. Let me press Shift Enter. Shift Enter. The cell is getting executed, yet since it is a flat text file, we will not get any particular error. A new cell is generated because we have pressed Shift Enter, not Control Enter. Moving on to the markdown mode. In the markdown mode, we can write stylized text, HTML tags, and the shortcut for that is escape M. I'll try and show you an example for the same. Let me add a particular cell above this, escape A. Let me name this particular notebook as class 1. Now, if I change it to the markdown mode, see how it is rendering. You might have also seen in HTML about the various headers from heading 1 to heading 6. So I'll just try and show you with example. This is heading 1. This is heading 2. Similarly, this is heading 3 till heading 6. And this is heading 6. To explain you a little more about it, I'll try and show you how we can bold the text. Say for example, this is bold and this is italic. So this is how it is rendered in the raw and we convert mode. Third is the code mode, which I have already talked about. We will be writing the syntactically correct Pythonic codes in the code mode. This particular cell is in the code mode. And here we are in the raw and we convert mode. And our heading is in the markdown mode. The shortcut for the code mode is escape Y. You might be able to see for raw and we convert mode, the shortcut is escape R. For markdown mode is it's escape M. But for the code mode it's escape Y, not escape C, because C we usually use for copy. Thus we have kept it escape Y, as in Python has kept it escape Y. Now how do we cut a particular cell, copy a particular cell and paste a particular cell? Here we are not talking about the text inside the cell, we are talking about a particular cell. Now, the shortcut for cutting a particular cell is escape X, for copy is escape C, for paste is escape V. You need to have a clear idea of all these things before we start Python.